two cars, and further down there's a tractor trailer on the bridge. Like these guys, come on, stop sleeping on the job, you know? Your lane is open, right? So what's your problem? I'm letting one vehicle in front of me, that's it. Oh, there's another one. Looks like someone was seriously hurt. I'm gonna show you guys this Mack passing with some weird trailer. Oh, Tiger Cat. Tiger Cat. That's the one I called before. Made in Canada. And this one is mounted on a trailer. I guess they just parked it somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And that thing starts swinging. My truck is parked outside and the weather is beautiful, and I finally reached South Carolina. Not the plant, I'm still 2.5 hours away, but I'm very close. As you probably saw from the dash cam vid, I went through Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, and then what was the last one? Augusta, and finally I entered South Carolina. And this was a pretty stressful day, and so I'm almost there. I'm almost at the plant, and my GPS says I have 241 kilometers left, so I decided to celebrate with this Beringer Cabernet Sauvignon. And let's do the tasting. Not bad. It tastes like a $7 wine, but I paid $6.39, so I think I got a good deal. In other news, I lost all the time advantage I had before. If you remember, Los Angeles is on the Pacific time, right? And as I was heading east, I switched to Mountain Time, then Central Time, and today, somewhere in Georgia or around Georgia, I noticed that the time on my smartphone was the same as on my truck radio, which means that I'm back in Eastern time zone. And I've been keeping an eye on that thing on the trailer. It's not getting worse, it's not getting better. So I am getting a new trailer. And my phone rang today as I was driving through Birmingham, I think. And it was the Kaufman's main engineer who was at the plant. Like, his office is like 2 hours north of the plant, but he was at the plant at that time looking at my trailer, and he sent me a picture, and you'll guys see it at the end of the video. The first ever glimpse of my brand new baby. And we were talking about D-rings, and I got much more D-rings than what I asked for. Basically, it's gonna be one heck of a trailer. I think I asked him how many pairs of D-rings, and I think, like right now, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. I got 9 pairs of D-rings. Now I'll have 1, 2, 3 on top, and then I think it'll be like 8 on the sides. But and so yeah, the trailer is off the line, off the production line. Everything is welded, the D-rings, and now they were prepping it for paint. So you'll see in the pic it's just like bam, metal, but it's all done. The frame is there. I'm not sure how they do the plumbing, you know, like the electric lines and the air hoses. That probably comes after. That's probably gonna be, you know, complicated. But then the engineer said something that, again, it was quite a surprise to me, like almost the same as when he told me I was getting a new trailer. He says they decided to prep the trailer for the 4th axle in case you ever need it in the future. And I said, excuse me? Because that's a very expensive option. Basically what they do is they put, okay, the most noticeable thing is they put those special hinges on the back of the trailer so that you can hook up the flip axle, right? And the flip axle costs about 10 grand, and of course I'm not getting that one, but it's a very nice option to have in case, you know, I do decide to get maybe a bigger truck and switch to an 8-axle rig instead of a 7 axles I have now. Because, you know, when you get a flip axle, it's not as simple as just, you know, hooking it up to those hinges, right? You must have the air lines and electric lines on the back of the trailer, so you must have the plumbing basically for the 4th axle. But most importantly, the rear of the trailer must be reinforced so that that 4th axle, you know, does not damage it. And that's what they decided to give me, you know. So the rear of the trailer will be reinforced. So basically the frame will be heavier than what I have now, and all the plumbing will be in there. So if I do decide to get that lift axle, that's it. All I need is just the lift axle. I think that option is about 2 grand, like all this, you know, plumbing and extra support for the frame. So and so we arranged that I'm meeting the engineer tomorrow around 9 o'clock at the plant, and he says it'll take him a day probably full Wednesday. So, and he says the latest I'm out of there is Thursday morning. So I already called my dispatcher, give him the update. And what else? Oh, and I tried to buy this filter, the air filter, and they say they do ship by FedEx, so I can find the FedEx customer center. That's what I usually do, you know, hold for pickup and find the customer center for the same carrier they used to ship the product with. Like if it's UPS, I look for UPS customer center. If it's FedEx, I look for FedEx customer center. But she said, the lady on the phone said, this Fleet Air filter, she said they don't have my filter because it's only made for Mack trucks. She'll have to get it from another warehouse, and then she says it's like 4 days, because I thought I would pay extra to get it shipped to the Bennettsville. So because I'll be there whole day tomorrow, but she said it's not gonna happen because it'll take him a day to ship, and it's gonna be like $200, you know. She says if you just use ground, FedEx ground, it's gonna be like $36 or $35. And so I said, okay, the next time when I know which way I'm going to get loaded, or with the load, you know, like let's say how I buy this, just in case some truckers are watching. And when you buy something online, right, I usually have it shipped to the place where I deliver, you know, or in my case to the border, because, and it's all, like for me it's all legal. Like I said, they allow us up to $850 when you spend more than 2 days in the States, and I've been here like what, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, you know. I'm entitled to this allowance. But if I have it shipped to Canada, the broker over there, they don't know that I've been in the States for 2 weeks, right? They're gonna charge me duties, and then there's a broker fee. Like, it's just ridiculous. And plus the Canadian dollar now is very weak, so I don't know what that has to do with anything, because my money is Canadian. But so it's for me, yeah. So let's say I'm leaving the plant, let's say Thursday morning, you know, worst case scenario, right? So I call the boss and I say, hey, I'm all ready, I'm rolling, I got the new trailer, here's the pictures. And now of course I'll take a whole bunch of pictures. And let's say he says, okay, you go to let's say Atlanta, you know. Let's say you go to Atlanta, Georgia, pick up, let's say, a cat excavator and bring it to Toronto. Okay, then I know that I'll be coming from Buffalo, and I even know where the FedEx is in Buffalo, New York, near the airport area. I used it before. And then that's what I do. I just call the Fleet Air and I tell them, hey, ship it to the FedEx customer center in Buffalo, and I'll pick it up, you know. But tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day. I hope I'm not sure when they're going to finish the paint job, but they said tomorrow they'll be already transferring the wheels and the Honda motor. But tomorrow is going to be one exciting day. So this is going to be the last video in this series, Kaufman's Gambit, because tomorrow we're going to do the trailer switch video. So stay tuned. And here's the picture.